We're going to take yet another view of this breaking news right now, that fire that is burning. You can see the sunrise in the background and the smoke. Really, it's visible from all over, almost any vantage point in our city. That's how big the fire is. Two-alarm fire broke out at an apartment building in Chinatown. Shaynah's been doing great work out there at the scene. Very active still. Shaynah.
Good morning, Karen. Yes, that's right. 10th and Ray Streets, and you can still see the smoke billowing at this hour. We have a number of fire crews. Philadelphia Fire has been working this scene for hours now, trying to put out those hotspots. I believe you said at 4:30. It looked like it was getting worse, and you're right, because the floors began to collapse. That's why we were able to see those flames shooting out of that building. If you're taking this live picture here, something important to note as we continue to work this scene, we've learned that there is a Chinese market at the bottom of these apartments. So you have the market at the bottom, the apartments on top, and a block away from where we're standing is actually the Chinatown firehouse. That's why the Philadelphia Fire Department was able to get here so quickly. The dispatch confirming it was a two-alarm fire. So far, we are being told that residents have been evacuated. Luckily and fortunately, so far, we are told that there are no injuries to report. Virtually impossible to get around Ray Streets right now with so much fire equipment in the area. We've been pushed back since there is a potential for this building to collapse. They're still putting pressure on the bricks, so if it were to collapse, it collapses inwardly and not outwardly. We know we saw the tragedy over the weekend with one of Philadelphia Fire's own losing his life because of that building collapse, that wall collapse. So there is a potential for that. That's why they're sensitive to it, especially during this time as they work to safely put this fire out. 10th and Ray Streets, typically a very busy area here in Chinatown, shut down for the foreseeable future as they work this scene. We're talking well over a dozen fire engines. Another one just pulled up as we speak, and we spoke to some folks that happened to just be minding their business, Karen, actually getting food here on 10th Street at about 1 o'clock in the morning, and that's when they saw everything unfold.
We were coming to get some food, and we seen a lot of people evacuating the building, screaming real loud. Then the first truck pulled up, and a lot of people just basically was running down the ladder or whatever, trying to get out. And it just got worse over time.
Describing the scene as something out of a movie, and it really does feel like that. If you can just even looking back live at this picture, not only the massive response, but the smoke that's filling the air, it's actually getting a little difficult for me personally to breathe through this. The quality of the air is not great in this area, so if you are sensitive to something like this and you happen to live in this area, walk through this area, trying to get through Chinatown to Center City to get to work, you need to be cognizant of that. It might be best to wear a mask if you have to get out here, because again, it is very smoky in the air. They're still working to contain this fire. The good news, as Bob Kelly mentioned, we're looking more at white smoke instead of that thick black smoke that you saw at 4:30. And again, lots more details still unfolding as we work to identify really the cause of this. Of course, it's going to take a while. It's still early in the investigation. Of course, the fire marshal has to get here to really rule this whole thing out. But luckily, we are able to confirm at this point no injuries have been reported, and everyone that was once in that building, Karen, has been evacuated.
That is certainly the good news. Shaynah, thank you.